Are you ready to have your website get found by the right people? Are you looking to rank at the top of Google so you get more traffic to your website? Are you ready to learn how to use SEO and content marketing to grow your organic traffic? If so, you are in the right place, my friend. Welcome to the Simple SEO Content Podcast, where I show you how to combine the power of SEO, search engine optimization, and content marketing to build your like, know, and trust factor with your audience, which allows you to get found by the right people and turn those visitors into buyers. No more frustration or confusion, and no more time wasted wondering if you're doing your SEO right. It's time to learn how to use SEO and content marketing to grow your business. Hi, my friend. Welcome back to the Simple SEO Content Podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Lindhagen, and today we're going to talk about how to create an SEO-friendly website for your business. This is really important. Just having a website for your business is not going to be enough when it comes to getting you traffic from Google. You have to work with Google. You need to make sure your website is SEO, search engine optimization friendly, so that Google understands what it's about, trusts it, and shows it to more people. So the best way to do this is by doing search engine optimization or SEO on your website. You need to do this on each page and then each page or blog post as well. So if you have a blog, that's going to be a fantastic way to get additional traffic to your website, because your blog content is going to be designed to help drive additional searches, additional queries, and really connect with your customer. So what you're going to want to do is look at your website to begin with. You want to make sure that your website is easy to navigate. It makes sense. Everything is clear and kind of simple. You want to make sure that your navigation buttons are labeled with simple names that make sense, like about, home, courses, buyers, sellers, etc. Like, keep it pretty simple and straightforward. Make it easy. You're going to also, from a hierarchy standpoint, you're going to want to link within your web pages. If it makes sense, like you've got a page that's about, let's say you're a realtor and you have a page that's about buying a home, and you have a blog post that's a first-time home buyer's guide. From your home buyer page, you're going to want to link to your first-time home buyer's guide, and you're going to want to say, we have this great resource for a first-time home buyer. So you want to do things like that, because the internal links, the links on your website from one page to another, they're good for a couple things. They're good for your ideal customer, but they're also good for Google, because the way that Google works is Google crawls all the different links that it finds on your website. So when you are linking from one page to another on your own website, you're helping Google to discover even more content on your site. So that's the first thing, is we want to make sure that our structure is pretty simple to follow. We're using terms that make sense, maybe even some keywords in our navigation. We're linking from one section to another. Those are good, kind of technical side. Another thing you want to do to make your website SEO friendly is to make sure you're minifying your photos that you're putting on your pages. So that means you're not just taking a photo off your phone and uploading it to your website, but you're actually running it through a program that maintains the integrity of the photo, but reduces the file size. These are referred to as minification tools. You have options. If you're on WordPress, you have plugins like WP Smush. You can use JPEG Mini. You can use Tiny Image. There's a bunch of them that you can use. Pick the one you like the best. It does not matter to me. Use what you want. But what you're looking for is to reduce your file size significantly, because big picture files take a long time to load, and your SEO is not going to work as well. You're not as SEO friendly if your site loads slowly, because Google knows that website visitors are impatient and they're not going to wait for your big pictures to load. So Google's not going to rank you as high if you have website photos that load really slow or pages that load slowly due to that. Google really likes for you to have a speedy site. They want you to have quick response. Another thing that's important to Google as far as making an SEO friendly website is using what we call responsive design. So this is getting a little more technical, but this is an important thing. Most templates that you would use today for like WordPress or Squarespace or Showit, most of them are going to have an option to be responsive, or they're going to naturally be responsive. And all that means is that you get a very similar look and feel on your desktop, on a tablet, and on a phone. Your website pages adjust to the size of the screen. So you're not going to have the same large banner that scrolls across the top of a homepage on a desktop on a phone. Maybe the images have a banner and a picture and then another part of the banner. It changes it, but it still looks good in each situation or on each screen. This is really important because Google is looking for a good user experience. A website that's choppy or that you can't really access from a mobile phone that you can only get a decent image on a desktop is not going to be ranked as high because it's not a good user experience. So you want to make sure that your website is still easy to follow and navigate on your mobile device or your tablet as it is on your desktop or laptop. So those are some of the more technical things that Google's looking for from a SEO-friendly standpoint. Now from here, let's talk about some of the more common things that I talk about, a little less technical. We want to make sure that we're choosing one keyword for each page or blog post, and you're using that keyword on that page or that blog post in all of the places that Google is going to look for information on your site. So Google's going to look at the title tag and the meta description. They're going to read your URL. They're going to look at your image file name. They're going to look at your image alt text. They're going to look at your header tags. They're going to look at your copy. These are all the places that Google's going to look. Each time you use the same keyword in one of those elements, Google sees it and just kind of does a check mark. Oh, this page is about that. Okay, great. There's six times I saw the same keyword on this page. This page must really be about this. So this is what we want. We want Google to understand what our page is about. We want it to be about one thing, because when it is clearly about one thing, it's a lot easier for Google to understand that and to kind of grade it and then index it. And then in the future, when somebody searches for information related to this page, it's easier for Google to say, oh, I've seen this, and serve it up to them. If you do what we refer to as mixed themes, where your single page is about like 3 different things, let's say that you're a realtor and you have a page that's about qualifying for a mortgage and buying your first home and selling a home all in the same page, Google's going to really struggle. Is this page about qualifying for a mortgage, buying a home, or selling a home? It's going to be hard for Google to know who to show it to because it's about 3 different things. But if instead you created 3 pages, one about qualifying for a mortgage, one about buying a home, and one about selling a home, and you targeted 3 different keywords, one about each of those subject areas, and had really great content, you would potentially rank when someone searched for qualifying for a mortgage, buying a home, or selling a home. So you would potentially rank for those 3 separate words with a page that's a better user experience, because now the page is completely about buying a home, selling a home, or qualifying for a mortgage, rather than having information about all 3. Because the person who's looking for information on qualifying for a mortgage may be getting ready to buy a home, but they may not be getting ready to sell a home. So they may not need all of that information. So by having your page really be focused in on one topic and your optimization all using the same keyword, it helps Google better understand what your content is about, which also makes them more likely to share it with people who are searching for information related to your business. So this is really all you need to do to make your website SEO friendly. It's pretty simple. From a technical standpoint, you need to make sure it's easy to navigate. You need to make sure that you are minifying your image files so that they're not huge. You need to make sure that it's easy to read. You're using some white space on your blog post. You're putting in pictures or videos, things to make it easy on the eyes. And then you are creating really great content on a regular basis, and you're optimizing it using Google's rules, following the rules, and using a keyword that your website can rank for. It's not complicated, but it can feel hard because you're not quite sure what to do, and there's a number of pieces. There are ways to make this a lot easier. I do have a course that walks you through all of this step-by-step, simple SEO content. You're welcome to join me in there. I'd love to have you and help you with it. I also have the SEO Content Quick Start Guide, which you can download right now. You can request a copy. And I have the free SEO class that'll help you get started. Both of those are available at etchedmarketing.com/freebies. I'm here to help you learn, because having an SEO-friendly website is going to make a big difference for your business. The more traffic you can get to the website that is targeted and relevant and interested in what you have, the better chance of conversion, which is sales and revenue for your business. But you're not going to get there if Google doesn't understand what your website's about, or if you're targeting keywords that your website can't rank for. So let me help you. Let me show you how to do this, and you will get results. Thanks for being here. Bye for now. That's all for today's episode of the Simple SEO Content Podcast. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you visit my website, etchedmarketing.com, and visit the freebies tab. Right there, you're going to find the SEO Content Quick Start Guide along with the free SEO class. So you'll have everything you need to know to get started with SEO and content marketing. Then do me a favor, if you wouldn't mind, if you would do a rating and a review of this podcast on your favorite platform. That would really help spread the message, and I do greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can always DM me on Instagram at Etched Marketing Academy, and I will see you right back here next week.